What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the next episode of Fantastically Geeky Cosplay. And tonight, I'm super excited to have my next guest on. She is a very awesome cosplayer and just all around good person. So I'm super stoked to invite on a very good friend of mine, Lyza Cosplay. Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you did tell me. I just can't follow instructions.
It's all good.
Hi, everybody. I don't know who's here. It's like weird because it's like not Instagram like that tells you. So I just say hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I know this is not it's not like Instagram, so it's a little bit different.
No, it's super cool. I've never done this before. I feel so cool.
Well, you are cool.
I'm not.
All right, so like I've done with all the other awesome cosplayers I've had on here, we're just gonna go through a bunch of questions and talk cosplay. So let's do it. Let's do it. So first things first, what got you into cosplay?
Well, I don't know if she's here, but I've always loved costumes and I've loved cosplay and I've always like loved the idea of it. And like Halloween was is always my favorite holiday still to this day because like get to dress up. It was always a 4-day affair for me. But then I actually looking for jobs and I went on this website and I was looking for like theater work or like work or any kind of game like that. And I see this princessing company called Samantha's Fairy Tale Princesses, owned by fabulous at Samson Dula. And so I started princessing for her. I was like Moana. And then she was like, she mentioned that she cosplayed and she's like, you really should do it. I have the New York Avengers. I was like, I'm thinking about it. And then one day she was like, we really need Gamora. And I was like, I'm going to do it. So I just ordered the cosplay and we actually went to Cradle of Aviation. And that was my first like real cosplay event. And it was with the New York Avengers. And from there, I just haven't stopped.
Yeah. It's really awesome. I mean, I feel like a lot of us like start with by either going to con or just from Halloween. It's really awesome.
Yeah. Halloween definitely sparks the passion. If you're one of those Halloween fanatics, then that's how that you'll definitely love cosplay, like Halloween every day.
Yeah. And you get to like be someone else for a day too.
You get to be like cool and you get to wear cool stuff that you don't get to wear every day. It's cool.
It is. And we got Freaky Loey in the house, who's also a cosplayer. Hello.
Hey, awesome. I'm blind, so I have to like lean in close to see the I don't have my glasses. Oh, thank you so much. That really means so much to me. I love that. Thank you. Those are so Thank you.
Yeah, just like, by the way, the storm edits that you posted recently, they're just so awesome.
I gotta say big shout out to my best friend Rachel at TST Photos. Like she's been she's been my photographer for the last a few of my cosplays, and she edits a lot, and she's getting into it for me because I really like cosplay. I mean, she does a lot of cosplay, and she has fun, and she edited all of that. It was maybe yeah. So big shout out to her. Follow her, DM her, do a shoot with her if you're in the tri-state area.
Oh, we got Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Yes.
What's up?
Ooh, two queens. Oh. Yes.
Appreciate y'all being here.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. So, what is your creative process when you're starting cosplay, if you have one?
I do definitely have a. Oh my goodness! Sorry, I just dropped my iPad. I guess I don't know if I would call it a creative process, more like shenanigans that I perform, craziness. I definitely like to deep dive into a lot of the characters that I like, as far as like I'll look up the comic book versions, I'll look up like deviant art of people drawing them, because I also like to imagine the character like outside of what you see in the comics, even outside of what we see and like their everyday a lot, which is fun. So it's amazing what you find that people will draw, or like artists will have like little stories or things, or like put them with other characters. So I do a lot of that, and I like to see every version of the costume that or the cosplay. So like Black Canary, just because someone said it, she's kind of simple, right? But she has like a few variations in her look that you can like change to your I guess liking, or whatever your aesthetic is, and it kind of just changes look. So she's got the blue bolero, like the black leather jacket. So you do little nitpicky things like that. And then I like to piece together my cosplays. So I do like, do I have this, and do I have this, and then what don't I have? So it's very chaotic.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of do the same thing. Like I just try to see what I have and just kind of like look for stuff that I feel like I could use for cosplay and just kind of put it together.
Yeah. I feel like do that first, like see what's in my house before I go and repurpose as many things as possible.
And that, just like you said, like there's so many different things you can do with the characters, and like if you like dive into their history and the comics and stuff, it makes it a lot easier and more fun, in my opinion.
And then like it makes it easier once not everything is for a photography shoot. Like you do sometimes go to a con, but it definitely finding poses better, finding a way to move, a way to approach how you're going to do it. It makes it much easier when you kind of do that, I think.
Completely agree. So, what is your favorite convention to go to?
I'm a convention baby. I gotta say, I've only been to three, maybe. I've been to NYCC, and I've been to WinterCon. I went to Eternal Con this past weekend, and I am going to DragonCon in T-6. So I say NYCC is my favorite so far, but that's a buy. Yeah, I don't really have enough. Once I come back from DragonCon, I'll let you know.
I hope to get to both of those one day.
Yes,
it'll happen.
Have to come out. Yeah. I'm definitely really excited for DragonCon. It's really nice to be going and preparing for a con. The con crunch feels good this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually not too far from New York. I mean, I tried to get tickets for New York this year, but I sat around for like over an hour trying to get in, and by the time I did, it was like sold out.
Well, good chance getting tickets. I think you're gonna have a good chance. If you want to get tickets, you can find some cosplayers who are gonna sell theirs because schedules changes and life changes. But also, like, they just put a vaccine mandate, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So that's gonna change. I think, unfortunately, a lot of people are either gonna have to get the vaccine or sell their tickets.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see how it plays out.
We'll see how. We might not even have it, so who knows?
Yeah.
Was WinterCon themed? No, actually, it's just a con in the winter.
It'd be cool if it was Christmas themed.
Would be. Honestly, I'd love to go to a Christmas themed con. That would be so fun. I already have ideas.
Yeah. All right, so what are some of your cosplay pet peeves, if you have
Uh,
any?
let's see. I mean, in what context, as far as like cosplay, for I guess any context.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
anything.
I hate, so I guess I think you've heard this a lot. Like I hate gatekeeping cosplayers. Like
Yeah.
I understand a hardcore love for a fandom and like, but when you start nitpicking and like taking the joy out of it, kind of makes it not as fun. And cosplays for fun.
Yes.
All adults wearing costumes. Keep that perspective.
Yep.
Um, but I guess oh, I don't know. I guess my cosplay pet peeve sometimes when you order something from far away because America doesn't have the capability sometimes, like, and you get
Hmm.
like in a million pieces, and you waited 4 hours
Yeah.
for it, and
Or it doesn't fit right, or it's
yeah,
not even like the same costume.
but the pants are terrible, and like you got a hole in the crotch, like.
Yeah, that can be annoying.
I also think that there's a big divide in cosplay between cosplayers who like make their stuff and cosplayers who like buy their stuff. And because I'm in the middle, because I like make things or I'll buy things depending, or I'll have
Yeah,
to buy
the
parts.
same.
So I think sometimes there's like a weird disconnect or like judgment, and I don't think that's cool.
Hmm.
Like whatever you want, just
Yeah,
make a
it's
successful cosplay that you're proud of and shut up.
I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's still cosplay either way.
Exactly.
What do you love most about cosplay?
I love it all. I love the geeks and the weirdos and all the nerds like me who just love to dress up in cosplay and look at nerdy stuff and walk around and be together in the atmosphere. I love that so much. I also just love, I think it's I think cosplay, if you do it sometimes right, it's like a reprieve from real life. You get to put on a cool costume, cape, you know, you get to have armor sometimes. You get to be super cool in a way that we don't get in real life. And I think if you understand people who like to act, then you can understand people who like cosplay. Just like it's the same thing in different clothing.
Yeah, I just also love the creativity and like the thought that gets put into it.
Some of the things you see are truly incredible. Like the art that is created, it's truly amazing. Like between just the bills or just people's attention to detail, it's so stunning. People are incredible.
Just
I
mind blowing.
love
And also like the people that you meet and the friendships that you form from it too.
you meet your people. Like when you do cosplay, like you really meet your fellow people, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
And I get to be weird with everybody.
Because it's all about fun.
Yeah, please only have fun.
So is there any like dream cosplays that you want to share?
Cosplays. Actually, I do have a few dream cosplays. Like, I'd love to do Bayonetta with like
Ooh.
fully functioning hair mechanics. If you're like, people make wings, which is another dream
Mhm.
cosplay, hawk girl with a real mechanical wing.
Oh yeah,
I
that'd
don't,
be cool.
yeah, and but I would really love to be able to just like throw my ponytail out. Whoever knows that technology, call DM me because I want to figure out how to do it. I'm gonna, but that's a dream That's one of my dream cosplays.
Yeah, I think that Hawk Girl would look really awesome.
Oh yeah, Hawk
Mhm.
things like the animated Hawk Girl. With she's
Mhm.
kind of a more reddish bottoms, and her helmet is a little bit softer. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a little softer than the comic book hot girl. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Sorry, I have things in my head sometimes.
It's okay. I think I've asked this question to pretty much everyone, but I'm curious what you'll say. But like everyone, I feel like has a certain character that they connect with the most. So I'm just curious what character you connect with that you cosplay.
Okay. It's funny because I know that most cosplayers will say like comic books, but the first character that came to mind, it was Moana. And I guess maybe it's because she was like, to be fair, she wasn't really a cosplay like I was doing it a job as at first, but it's one of the best feelings in the world. Like when you go, I mean, as far as the character too, like, you know, always wanting something that you can't reach, like I definitely inspired with that a lot. And having this feeling and need to like go and be somewhere else, I feel like I definitely sometimes have that inside me where I just am like, all right, can I just leave? Can I across the world? Like, why not? But yeah, I do identify, and then like she's one of the best characters to be. I feel like because little kids, they're so imaginative and they're so accepting. So when they see you, they're like, Moana!
Yeah.
Is incredible. They get so excited and they ask you questions and they're so intuitive and really amazing, and they're so creative themselves. They really believe. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is a great feeling to like bring joy to people with cosplay, and
yes,
like the best feeling ever.
it really is. It's so fun. It's so people make it fun, definitely.
And I think it was on Sam's Instagram story that you guys went to some charity event or something. You were both Elsa and Moana, right?
Yes, yeah. We got to do like
yeah, that was seemed like it was pretty fun.
Oh, it's so fun. Again, like I said, because the kids, like, they run up to you and they're so excited and they really believe, and they're sticklers too. They know all the facts. Like, they've seen these movies. They're like, where's Maui? And you're like, I'm sorry. He's flying it,
Yeah.
Yes, hot girl face, legit. That's another thing that I'd love to build myself.
Be awesome. Where am I here? Okay. Where do you normally look for cosplay materials?
That's a good question. I actually will travel for cosplay material, like I have a lot of random thrift shops and craft stores by my house where I live, so I try to go to those first for any like little bit of I need material. Unfortunately, I am a slave to Jeffrey Bezos sometimes, and I do order things off Amazon. I'm sorry.
I do too. Don't worry.
But I also try not to, and I try to order things off of different websites. But sometimes with cosplay, like I said, like there are websites like Sim Cosplay, and if I want like a very detail oriented cosplay that I don't want to make myself, I don't mind ordering a cosplay from them. Like my Gamora cosplay is from like Easy Cosplay or something like that. But then X23 or something like that is all put together, like just random stuff that I have myself, which I guess is so yeah, it definitely depends on the cosplay. Like some things too I just have in my house, which is a plus. Like, yeah, you did it. You helped yourself this one time.
Yeah, the X23, by the way.
Yes, fellow X23, my friend. Yes, it was so much fun. I got to just like, you get to growl, like.
Yeah, you're like, Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes. Ooh, favorite cosplays. Okay. I feel I feel
I
like
know this is a hard question.
yeah, and I was thinking about it and I still have a hard time. I guess I have cosplays that are close to my heart, like Moana and Gamora, because those are the cosplays that I started off doing.
Yeah.
You know, and those they're cosplays too that I do a lot. I do Gamora from the New York Avengers, so I do her. I'll get into her a lot, and like Moana, I do for all like a lot. So I feel very familiar with them. But one of my favorite cosplays besides really has had to be my new X-23. Like she was so fun. And then Black Canary, because she's another one where you just kind of like get to yell. And be loud and I think
Totally
that's
understand.
yeah. Me all the time.
Yeah. By the way, anyone in chat, if you have any questions that you want us to answer, feel free to drop a question.
Yeah, I lean close to the camera like this so I could read it because
Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. So, how has cosplay impacted your life?
Well, most importantly, I got to meet fantastic people like you, and
Aww.
Sam I met through work, but because of that, I really got to because of cosplay, I got very close to Sam. And I got to meet people, like I said, like you, fabulous. And of course, all the Avengers and like just random people on the internet who'll be like, I love your cosplay. And I'm like, thank you. I love you. Like, I don't know. And it's also just really amazing. Oh, that people enjoy something that I just like to do. I think that's kind of the dream that I get to dress up as in different cosplays as different characters, and people really enjoy it. And I think when people enjoy your art, it's pretty much the peak. Yeah. You can't get any better than that.
Very true. And but like for me personally, like it's helped me with like a lot of like anxiety and like and stuff like that, because I'm, if you can believe it, I'm an introvert, like severely an introvert. And like it's really helped me a lot.
I get that too. I really do get it, because like I said, it's people who are like you, and I feel like as much judgment there's not as much judgment as there really is in the normal world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I see that. I mean, you talk to me fine. I understand. I couldn't tell. I really love that though, and I've met a lot of people who have said that, like, cosplays just helped me get out of my shell and become more comfortable speaking to people. And I think it's true. It definitely, it's a community it's easy to fall into.
Definitely. I would say the same about like the comic book community too.
Yeah.
Like, people who collect comics, and like I talk with a lot of people on there too, and like we just have like the best conversations. It's awesome.
I think too, because like it's just creative people, right? And when you're a cosplayer too, you're bringing to life a lot of the things that comic book enthusiasts like love. So I think there's a really beautiful bridge there.
Yeah.
And that's so fun. Yeah. I got to talk to more comic book people.
All right. Most difficult cosplay you've put together? Good question, Michelle.
Yeah, that is an awesome question. What is the most difficult cosplay together? I feel like there hasn't been a cosplay that I found extremely difficult. To be fair, my cosplays have not been I have not done a cosplay yet that I feel like is exceptional, like an exceptional build, or that required a lot of different armored pieces. Like I don't really have the space right now to make stuff like that, and I just haven't done it. But that being said, I think there's parts of each cosplay that are difficult. Like when I do Gamora, the makeup, like being green from the like from the lower up, it's difficult, but it's not the worst. But it ain't easy being green. Sorry for my dad. What about you? Do you have a super difficult cosplay you've done put together?
Been trying to think of that.
I'm still trying to think too if there's anything super difficult.
I mean, there are like like you said, some pieces of cosplays that I've done that have been kind of difficult.
Yeah.
And there's actually one that I haven't actually debuted yet, but I will be later this year.
Oh,
but that working on that was kind of hard. And
yeah.
then I would say maybe my shotgun axe for one of my Daisy cosplays I have.
Oh, that is just the word shotgun axe.
Yeah, that was, I think, my first like actual like prop that I've built myself.
That's so cool. Wait, that's awesome for your first prop. That's a big go get. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm saying I haven't done anything. I haven't built anything really that's really big. Like I've done maybe like a little breastplate. Like when I did Storm for NY, I made like a lower chest plate, and then I've made like bits and pieces. Like I made the Shazam gauntlets when I did Darla Dudley, and I made the chest piece. But those weren't. I wouldn't say those were particularly difficult. But don't worry. Ask me in a few months.
I mean, I guess practice makes perfect. Like the more you build stuff, the easier it'll get, I guess.
True, yeah.
I feel the same way, Louie.
It's always cool that people really want to stop you and like immortalize you. So that I do enjoy it too.
Just the fact that people like recognize who you are.
It's crazy. Yeah, no. It's just I never thought in my whole life. I'm like, what?
How long have you been cosplaying?
I'd say like 2 years, 2.5 years by now. So not so long. Not like a lot of cosplay. A lot of cosplayers you meet, they've been cosplayers for decades,
Well, not me. I mean,
You're still young.
I've been cosplaying since like 20. Well, my first cosplay was kind of like a season 2 Daisy Johnson. That was in 2015. And then my first like full-on cosplay was like 2016 when I did Spider-Woman.
Oh, so, okay. So yeah, like what, 5 years, 6 years? Yeah. Longer than me. Look at you. You're
Oh man. All right, so I know a lot of people have very strong opinions on this one.
Yeah, I hate that this is even a question, because it just sucks that we didn't say these things. But yeah, don't be a fucking bully. Sorry. Let people enjoy the things that they like. If you feel about it, think of it in your brain and move on. Or better yet, don't let the actions of other people make you that angry, because it's the internet, and at the end of the day, your own life is different than cosplay, and even going to cons and stuff like that. But it is really prevalent in the cosplay community. I will say that I fortunately have never been bullied per se. Like people have said like rude or gross things to me in a comment, but no one's came for me and said something very nasty, and I know that I'm very lucky because I've heard a lot of really terrible things. But
Yeah, me too.
don't do that.
Yeah. It's as simple as that. I mean, it's really sad that it happens in this community, and we're all adults mostly. So
Most
it makes no sense.
It really doesn't. Like it's just sad that you're an adult and you're still dealing with things like you're in elementary school. That's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't happen, and people people are rude.
Are rude. They are very reason.
It's like if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all.
Yeah, 100%. Golden rule.
Yep. Maybe think we might have already answered that.
Yeah. At Sam Sandula.
Yeah.
And Halloween.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love Sam. She's just
A radiant sun.
awesome.
I do love her. Very in the depths of my heart. I do.
I just really need to come up there and just spend a few days up in New York and just hang out with you guys.
Yeah, you gotta come for Comic-Con. You come for a day or two before Comic-Con, run around, and then go to Comic-Con. Not this Comic-Con, think about it. We'll have Comic-Cons ahead of us, hopefully. So
yeah.
there you go.
All right. So, do you have any advice for any new cosplayers?
Yeah. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy. You're gonna sweat about the small stuff anyway, even if I tell you don't. So don't sweat so much. It's really not that serious, and you'll get to do it again. And even though you try your hardest, sometimes you will hate your cosplay, and that's okay too. But don't let it deter you. And I guess just enjoy yourself, and don't let the gatekeepers get you down. Like, just because you know every fact about Star Wars or Harry Potter or what have you, don't let it stop you from cosplaying. That's something that you like. Like, if you like it, you like it, and if you like it, then that makes it good. So that's what I think so. I mean, I don't know. Don't listen to me. Insane.
No, that's really good advice, actually.
Thank you.
and don't be don't be afraid to just do your own thing and be unique as well.
And don't be afraid to put your own spin on it. Do what you want. I think people think you have to do it to the letter a lot because of people who are very serious about detail-oriented cosplay, but that doesn't have to be how you do it. You can do it however you like. Or you can start in one place and end up in another.
Yeah.
There's
nothing wrong with changing it to your own liking.
Exactly.
Save the sweat for the cosplay.
Exactly. And cosplay when you will start sweating it immediately.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's bad sometimes.
It's really bad.
Not to get off subject, but this past weekend I actually went to a Comic-Con, and it's all outside. And since it's the middle of August, it's super hot and humid here where I live, and I'm like, if it wasn't outside, I would definitely cosplay, but I ended up not cosplaying because it's
I get it, because sweating in a cosplay is sometimes it's traumatic.
Yeah.
Forgive me for using that word. I know it. I don't want to.
I get it.
Dumb down anybody's trauma, but sometimes it's if you don't get me out of this, I'm gonna start screaming.
Exactly. Like I remember the first year that I went to this con, and I was at that time I was already cosplaying as Daisy Johnson, so I was wearing like all black, and it was hot.
It
And
was
then
hot.
my best friend was wearing she went as Gemma Simmons.
Mm.
She was wearing like a long sleeve shirt with like a lab coat and stuff
And
like that. So
she was hot as well.
so it was bad. I'm like, okay, I'm not cosplaying anymore to this. Nope.
I got it. We need personal air conditioners.
Yeah. And like I felt bad for some of the people that actually did cosplay, because like I saw one guy that had like an all like fur like animal cosplay on. I'm like, oh no.
You would have to call the ambulance. You would find me on the floor.
Oh my goodness. All right. So last question I have is, what does cosplay mean to you?
I mean, I feel like I kind of said this a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
the sentiment, but like, I guess cosplay means to me like just getting to show and enjoy all the parts of yourself that you don't get to enjoy all the time because you have to be an adult or you have to participate in capitalism or you have to, you know, interact with daily basis. But I think that cosplay is just a time where you get to kind of turn your brain off and just do something you enjoy that's also super creative, and it's like making art in its own way. And I don't know, I just love cosplaying, and I think it's something that everybody can identify with and everyone can enjoy some aspect of it, like even
Yeah.
if you think the builds are cool, or like, you know, remaking armor and weapons are cool, or getting to be a superhero wear a cape, like you can identify with that even if it's just a
Yeah.
little.
It's just so awesome.
Yeah, it is really awesome. And it means friendship and love and all that stuff because it's what is inspired by it, I think, if you do it right.
Yeah. And if you find the right people too, like
That's true.
to surround yourself with.
You gotta have a good tribe. You gotta have people that you know are in the same wavelength as you, are not gonna judge you and stuff. So
Yeah. So I
yeah.
feel like a lot of people like judge others based on what, like, whether it's how they look or how their cosplay looks.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, but I know not everyone is like that. So
Yeah.
that is good to know.
So find those people and keep those people.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So since that is all the cosplay questions I have,
Yeah.
I also have some like fun, like other questions, random questions.
Okay.
All right. So, um, hmm, what movie or book do you know the most quotes from?
Okay. The book that I know the most quotes from is probably Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer, which is my favorite book. And it's an excellent book, so you should read it. But it's very sad, so, but I do know a lot of quotes from it. And I know like a lot of random Shakespeare, but that's because my minor is in theater, so I don't know if that counts.
It
And
definitely counts.
and movie with the most quotes, My Big Fat Greek.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I love My Big Fat Greek.
Oh man. Did you see the second one?
Yes, I did. Of course, out of like respectful nostalgia, I had to because it's
Yeah.
my favorite movies.
Classic.
Classic. Oh, I love it.
All right, so I feel like you get asked this question a lot, but Marvel or DC?
I do. Okay, I actually just got this question the other day too, and I said DC, and I think it's because even though I love Marvel a lot, my DC cosplays are some of my favorite. I guess, even though, yeah, I guess I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I just did like Jessica Cruz Green Lantern, and like that was fun. And like, of course, Black Canary, and she's one of my favorites. And I've done so many versions. Like I did a Birds of Prey version, so I always end up like favoring my DC, but I do love the Marvel universe maybe more. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
I mean, for me, it's kind of opposite. I mean, I love Marvel because, I mean, if you can tell behind me.
Yeah. No.
But I do enjoy DC a lot. In like recent years, I've gotten more into DC, and I've gotten more into the comics and also the movies and TV shows. But Marvel is where my heart is.
Right? Yeah, I get that. I do. My heart's outside. I do.
So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to look through this.
You're good.
So, what languages do you wish that you could speak?
Honestly, I wish I could speak every language there is. If I had to choose some, I would choose French, Arabic, German, and maybe like a Southeast Asian or like an Asian language like Japanese or Thai or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'd like
Awesome.
I communicate in every part of the world that I'm in. Even though, to be fair, like French and German, like that's pretty much Europe, but a little Arabic could get you a long way.
True.
Yeah, I think that's what I would like to learn. And yeah, Mandarin is actually a really useful language too. So maybe Mandarin, but I think it's the hardest language in the world to learn.
I've heard that too.
Well, English is very hard to learn too, but that's just because they made it difficult for no reason.
I mean, I took a little bit of Spanish in high school. I didn't like a lot of people I went to school with took Spanish all 4 years of high school. I only took Spanish for 2 years. So I know just a tiny bit, but I would love to learn more Spanish.
Spanish is a good language to learn too. It's very universal. You can use Spanish in a lot of places. And if you know Spanish, then you can get around in places like Italy, like if you pay attention, like little things like that. But you know.
I would also love to learn Italian because I'm part Italian myself.
I speak a little bit of Italian, but not enough to be fluent. So I would love to be better.
Yeah.
Wow.
While we're speaking of other countries, what other countries would you like to travel to if you had the chance?
Well, I've been to a fair amount of places, but I have not yet been to any South American countries. So I'd honestly love to do like 6 weeks South America and just do like Chile, Venezuela, Colombia, Peru,
Nice.
All of it. And then I'd also like to do the European countries I haven't done, like Croatia and Portugal, like places like that. And then Turkey and Morocco. You should Dubai. Oh my gosh. More of Australia, because I've only been to Sydney. I'd love to go to Perth, and I'd love to go to Cairns, and I'd love to go to the Gold Coast. You shouldn't have asked me this question. I'm done.
So many beautiful countries out there. It's like
so little time to see all of them.
I know.
The plight of being a human being.
Hi, Anthony. Thank you for dropping in.
Yes.
Let's see.
Got anything more for me?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Do you play video games?
No, yes. Okay, so I didn't grow up in a video game house. Like I'm an only child. Very much was very much brought up as like a girly girl, fortunately. Or which it's life. But
Mhm.
so I didn't play a lot of video games. It was like in my household. But when I was a kid, I used to love to play Crazy Taxi. Do you know Crazy Taxi?
Uh,
I'm old. This is an old game. So if you don't know Crazy Taxi, that's fine. But
no.
games that I have, well, it's not a newer game, but because the remake came out, I played the original Final Fantasy VII, and
Okay.
I played like a little bit of Final Fantasy, and that's actually one game I really that could play for hours, which is very rare for me because besides reading, I can't do anything for more than 3 seconds. So
Except for
yeah,
cosplaying.
except for cosplay, but that's because it changes, right? It's different all the time. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
yes,
like
right, you.
I mean, actually, believe it or not, I'm an only child as well.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's one thing we
Okay,
have in common.
kinship.
But it's video games. I love them.
I love them. I feel like I need
Like,
because you stream, right? You play, yes, and well, maybe one day. No, I'm lying because I'm not very good at anything, so I don't want to embarrass myself on your stream.
but yeah, like one game I could play for hours is Spider-Man.
Oh, I played Spider-Man a little actually, and I did the VR Spider-Man, and it was awesome. Like and now you could play the game. It's really fun. It's
I
really
did play the VR Spider-Man too. Like it was so cool.
so cool. Like I'm very dangerous in general, but I was like in this chair whipping around. Like you don't have that much radius. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't actually kick your legs and arms. You have to relax.
Yeah, like it was actually my first time playing a VR game, so I'm like, oh, what do I do? How do I do this?
How do I? You're like, but then you can't, so you're really.
Yep.
It's funny.
Mm-hmm. Like I wish like someone had like video recorded me trying to play that game.
Hilarious, truly.
Yeah. Um. What is your favorite season?
This honestly, I hate this question because no offense to you, I love that you asked. Thank you.
It's okay.
But I hate choosing a season because I genuinely, besides winter, I love all the other seasons not equally. Like I'm a spring baby, so I love spring, and it's very much
Mm-hmm.
my birthday comes, and it's like not the sweltering heat of summer, but then
Yeah.
also because I'm a deprived New Yorker. I don't know if I should have said where I was from, but whatever. I think people know that I'm part of the New York Avengers. Anyway, uh, don't stalk me. Anyway, I love summer because it's so short in New York, and
Mm-hmm.
you live for those 3 months of extreme heat. And as I've gotten older, I like just love the blistering heat. Like I could just lay in the beach and feel the heat. So I do love summer. And then I love fall because of Halloween and it's spooky and I
Yeah.
do.
I mean, personally, I love the spring too because I'm also a spring baby too. Spring birthday. um, like I just love like the type of weather it brings. Like, even though it rains a lot, but it's like that like perfect balance of like hot and cold, and it's like not too hot, not too cold. So I love it.
I do too. I do. I love spring fashion too. I like fall fashion too. Sorry.
All right. What else? Oh, I meant to ask you this earlier while we're talking about cosplay, but how do you like being part of the New York Avengers?
I love it. Like it's really just like I said, I love cosplay because it's all your people. Like if you find a good group of people, it really just makes it so much fun. And these are people who love to do what I love to do, as far as like we love to do charity and like go out, interact with kids for hours, and just kind of jump around and be foolish. And they're really awesome and kind, and a lot of them are, and all of them actually are just good-hearted people. And I don't know, I love it. I love it. And New York Avengers has afforded me so many incredible opportunities. Like one of the first things I got to do with them, besides Cradle of Aviation, was like do the Pop Insider magazine cover, and we got to just go to the vessel and take pictures as Avengers, and it was so badass. And I felt really
That's
bad.
awesome.
So yeah, it's really awesome, and I'm really honored and privileged to be among them. How should they feel about me?
Well, to me personally, I think all of you guys are just really inspiring and awesome. So
Really, thank you. We're all dorks. Guys, I promise.
So anyone who is watching right now or watches this on the replay, make sure to go follow the New York Avengers and also the amazing Lyza cosplay.
Thank you. I'm the amazing cosplay girl.
The link for Lyza's description or IG page is in the description box below. So go check out her awesome cosplays.
Guys for coming. It's really an honor. Keep being weird. Be good. Be nice. Be kind. Thank you. Thank you to the amazing cosplay girl. You make it so fun. This was nothing. This was so great. Thank you.
Aw. Well, again, I appreciate you so much for being here and just for being you. You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for being you. You're fabulous. Down here, truly. We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun, so. All right, guys.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's such a blast, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.